During an unannounced visit to a detention facility for migrant children in McAllen, Texas earlier today, First Lady Melania Trump thanked volunteers, talked to children through a translator, shook hands with some of them, told them to be nice to each other. She also asked doctors and facility owners about the physical and mental states of the children. The First Lady's office is pushing back against reporters who asked about the First Lady's jacket of choice as she boarded Air Force One headed for Texas today. The jacket said on the back, "I really don't care. Do you?" The First Lady's communications director told CNN, quote, "It's a jacket. There was no hidden message. After today's important visit to Texas, I hope the media isn't going to choose to focus on her wardrobe," unquote. To which the ACLU responded, quote, "Okay, we'll focus on how the administration has no plan to reunite the thousands of children it separated instead," unquote. My panel's here with me. Nia.
Yes.
The jacket. Thoughts?
You know, why? Why does she wear this jacket? It doesn't, I mean, I guess it was raining today. You imagine she could have used an umbrella. Here was a trip that they designed to, in part, be about the projection of compassion, right? It was about the cameras being there. They had a press pool with them. They knew that the cameras were going to be there. So the idea that what she's wearing and the sort of image she's projecting with her clothes doesn't matter. I just don't think it really passes the smell test here. I'm sure she has lots of jackets. It's like a $39 jacket from Zara from 2016, I think. It's like an old jacket.
2016 is old?
I mean, in terms of for Melania Trump,
for a model.
$51,000 jacket.
She is a stylish lady. Right. In the course of being First Lady, I believe she has worn dozens of different coats. And many of them are beautiful.
This one is not.
This one is not. And this White House has an incredible ability to take something good that has happened and convert it into something that is a bad story for them. Whether it's last week, a really good news cycle for them coming out of the summit, the North Korea summit, the president's numbers looking good, economy is looking good, and suddenly you decide to implement this policy that's going to take children away from their parents and create a nightmare. Similarly, at a smaller scale, you have a great story today of the First Lady going down, showing compassion for these children, and yet you have this jacket. Why did no one say, maybe pick one of your other beautiful coats, Melania? I just don't understand.
So maybe it's a moment of true candor from her. I mean, this administration doesn't care about these kids. They obviously don't care about these kids.
Do you think Melania Trump really doesn't care about these kids? Melania Trump, who went down there today.
I'm not saying she doesn't. Maybe she's just telegraphing for the world the reality of what's going on, because she's living with Donald Trump, who, as she's going to the border, is attacking Democrats and still talking about immigrants as if they're all gang members. So at the end of the day, the reality is this White House has not seen these children as human beings. And that is why we have the policy we have. And I'm glad there's an uproar in America. But the only reason why Melania went down there or Ivanka is tweeting is because there is a public backlash, not because they cared about these kids a week ago, 2 weeks ago, or a month ago.
Or when the policy was implemented in April. We keep talking about the Ivanka tweet. Let me put it up there. Ivanka Trump, advisor to the president, also his daughter, of course, wrote, "Now that an executive order has been signed ending family separation at the border, it is time to focus on swiftly and safely reuniting the families that have been separated."
Yeah, is that a message to Ivanka Trump herself? I mean, someone who works in the White House and can do something, right? I mean, I don't know why she's tweeting about
Theoretically,
this.
she could say, I am going to supervise this and make sure.
I can be the head and the face of this. I'm going to coordinate the calling of, DHS and getting everybody together in terms of making this happen. I mean, this happened 6 weeks ago. I think this might be her first or second tweet on it. I mean, she hasn't been out front on this in any way, shape, or form, and she works at the White House.
I mean, just to be completely cynical about this, it's like she tweets just as they think that there's a slight shift in policy. Trump said something, Donald Trump said something today. We still have no idea. They have no idea how to unite these parents. But these tweets are really just a PR stunt for how the country will see her as the softer side of this horrendous policy. It's a sign that the policy is so overwhelmingly unpopular that she's willing to tweet about it now. But the most important question is, where was she a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, or a month ago?
6 weeks ago. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Let me put up the tweet again if we can. I just want to show people this. So now that the executive order has been signed, blah, blah, blah. It is time to focus on swiftly and safely reuniting the families, not we are going to now.
Yeah.
It is like there's this weird detachment as if she is not one of the most powerful people in this administration.
Well, I think Ivanka Trump would like to be a very important figure in American politics and life for a very long time. And I think she's seeing all the same polls that we're seeing, which is that this is a policy that was deeply unpopular outside of her father's very ardent base. And I think she understands, whether it's this policy or other policies in the past where stories have leaked to the media, Ivanka and Jared are very troubled by the president's policy on transgender kids in bathrooms. Ivanka and Jared are very concerned about the president's decision on climate change. I think she sees where younger Americans are at on a lot of issues and wants to try to preserve her brand so that a few decades from now, she can continue to be a prominent figure in American politics.
I mean, I'm sorry. This is just gross. Can I just say it's just gross? Like, we're talking about it being like a PR message and her brand and all this stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a woman who talked about caring about children during the campaign. After the campaign, she said she was a champion of women and kids, day after day, week after week, month after month. She is part of a White House that has designed a policy to rip children from their parents, and she's tweeting about it now when it's a PR disaster.
Well, she says it's time to focus on reuniting them.
Yeah,
it's outrageous, and she should. I mean, we should all reject it as disgusting.